Welcome to the Investing in Rental Properties podcast. My name is Lisa Phillips, founder of Affordable Real Estate Investments. This podcast will be a mixture of interviews and my own insights, really letting people know how they can invest in rental properties. I focus on the lower price ranges, usually anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 to purchase, and navigating the nuances of purchasing in that asset class successfully and with ease. I have helped over 600 investors personally invest in this subclass, and there's just different things and a different way you have to approach it and the investment. It's a great way for beginners to get started in real estate investing because it's at a lower price point. You can start with as low as $10,000 up to $200,000 if you want to get started, and mapping out detailed plans for them actually making money with this. We look for high cash flow. We're not buying a $200,000 condo to make $200 a month. No, we buy $40,000 homes to make $400, $500, $600 a month, sometimes $700, $800, $1,000. You're going to see those stories. It happens every day. There's a lot of misconceptions about this asset class. I have noticed that I do tend to do really well with Black professionals. So you might notice on all of my social media, I say I help Black professionals make $2,000 to $4,000 in income. That just seems to be because they minority neighborhoods, they just take to it like fish to water, like I did, and I do tend to see them be a lot more successful than others. That is not a gauntlet to be thrown down. It's just something I've noticed. I just launched a best-selling book, Investing in Rental Properties from Beginners, and I started getting clients from all over the country, and that's when I realized I really had to let people know I help Black professionals because others wanted the low price but could not navigate it as well, and I always want to set my clients up for success. So I really just started being really clear about that to make sure when people entered, what they're going to get and what they're going to receive. So please enjoy. There will be promos through at the beginning, middle, and end of all of the podcasts. Some of these podcasts are a little older, but they are still valid. If they are not valid, there is an update on all of them. And towards the end, you'll start seeing the live shows that I do on YouTube and or Facebook and those live shows. So you will also hear question and answer periods at the end. So I think those are really enjoyable. The questions are all over the place. I really get challenged. I love the challenge of it all. And I make sure I repeat the question back so those following along can hear what the public is saying, what questions they have. And I think I might even start something where you can call in and leave questions for me, and I can just do one-off podcasts just for you guys, the listeners, specifically and only for my podcast listeners. So if you give me a thumbs up and like, and in the reviews mention, hey, please open up a question line so I can talk to you, then I will do it. So please enjoy as much as you want. Feel free to skip around. Only go to the interviews. But yes, we are talking about low-priced investments. I help people do this all over the country. And don't forget to look at the premium podcast we have, which has a little bit more in-depth information. And please enjoy that as well. So again, this is Lisa Phillips. If you want to learn how to invest in low-priced minority neighborhoods from anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000, not only for profitability, but with integrity, with compassion, understanding that we do not have to be gentrifiers. We can provide affordable real estate investing and affordable housing and get long-term tenants in a mutually beneficial business relationship for your rental property. I am the person. If you are for gentrification, if you don't feel comfortable with people of different demographics, this is not your podcast. You cannot buy in these price ranges and then go to these places and be uncomfortable and think it's not going to end. It's not going to end well, okay? So you need to be someone who genuinely cares, genuinely wants to make money and profit, but also genuinely understands that we do have a place and a voice to say in the affordable housing crisis, and we can keep our rents affordable. So we're going to talk about, do you have to raise rents just because you're legally allowed to? You're legally allowed to do a lot of things. Is it in its best interest? And I will say up front that when I do work with clients who reach out after this, I definitely ask these questions, and sometimes not everyone. I don't work with everyone. I have extensive knowledge, and, I love sharing it with people who are really trying to do great things, and the energy you put into this is the energy you're going to receive, and I make sure I only deal with the best positive energy, commitment, and excitement over what we're doing. We are changing generational wealth for a lot of investors in the Black community, which is amazing. And, honestly, since I put that I only work with Black professionals, to be quite honest, I've had people who are not Black work with me, even more so afterwards. And, as long as their hearts and energies in the right place, I'm more than happy. If you want to get in contact with me after the show, you can go to my website, affordablerealestateinvestments.com. And anyone who wants to have like an in-depth discussion on their particular and what they can do and how they're going to invest can fill out a strategy section, a strategy application right there on the website. Or you can go to affordablerealestateinvestments.com/podcast session if you'd like to fill out a form. I'd like for you to use that one specifically because it's going to be easier for you to get to me and talk to me. And I'm going to ask questions about the podcast as well on that sheet. So you can also go to affordablerealestateinvestments.com/podcast details. And that's for my podcasters to send me their details so we can have a more in-depth strategy session discussion and tailor a plan for them on finally getting to invest in this lower price range. It's magical, it's addictive, it's beautiful, and you're going to hear a lot more stories. Again, this is Lisa Phillips, teaching you guys how to invest in rental properties for beginners. I would prefer everyone listen to this podcast before they go spend a ton of money on real estate investments. Please listen. And if you don't think it's for you, that's fine, but at least you know there is a way to do it for the modest person who's a working professional, maybe first generation college, maybe first generation with any type of white collar money. And so, you can do this. And I'd rather you hear it from me first, listen to how I go about it, what's possible, and then going on to maybe more expensive things. But at least please start here, because I do get the emails of people who are sad that they didn't know and they paid way too much money and they're over leveraged, or they think they need $100,000 to start. And I'm like, I start with people who have 10,000 to invest. Okay, it's night and world difference between the advice you get here versus out there. So I always tell people, please listen to this first and then go on to other things if it's not for you. All right. So thank you so much. I love you guys. Can't wait to hear from you. Let me see the downloads. Let me see the reviews. And if you want to do audience answers, I'm reading the reviews and you can let me know then. Thank you so much. Bye.